Oh, I was just reading a notice by YouTube. Anyway, hi, I'm Brandy. It's been a while. Welcome back to Creative Perspectives. I just wanted to take a moment and say hello. It's been a while. I was technically asked a question in regards to women trying to understand how do you know if a guy is coming at you in the correct way. Well, here's your answer. And let me stop playing because I am playing. I love to play. If you've looked at my past videos, I'm still the same. I'm 44 years old and I absolutely love life and I love what I do. I've been flying a lot lately, so my apologies for not being able to get on here regularly. But I will try to get back on here more often, at least a few times a week. And I'll try to do lives. I do not do scripted and I do not do where I pre plan what I'm about to say. So I'll leave that to other people until I'm ready and I feel like I have more time to dedicate. But as of right now, you are important. So, how do you know? Okay, number one is they try to rush. Rushing is the number one telltale sign that it's pure lust. It has nothing to do with getting to know who you are. So, rushing is what you want to look out for. A person that's automatically trying to put their disgusting lips on you. They've never met you, especially with the new dating. You know, people are on apps now. It's not like when I was younger. I'm 44 now. But when I was younger, you could meet people authentically in person by, working with them or you're going to school with them, stuff like that. But now everybody is resorting to dating apps. So I've had quite a few discussions in regards to mine. I really don't like the dating app route, but that is the new integrative way. Unfortunately, you have a lot of uh, people on those apps who are ill-equipped for relationships, unhealed. They're not ready and they're trying to make themselves ready. So, but the telltale sign is they come in trying to rush, or they come in trying to control, and you could tell, or they'll come in with a whole bunch of demands like, oh, I'm looking for a woman that does XYZ. And I think what's missing in this day and time is that work and they provide for themselves. So even as a man coming into a woman's lives who, especially if a woman is established on her own, you have to be able to bring something to the woman. But you hear a lot of selfishness like, oh, what can you do for me? When men are coming in. So just look out for that where they're really all about themselves. Like, I'm looking for what I want. I. It's just that I. And then do you fit into that mode of I? And those are just fictitious demands. So if you really want to find someone genuine, it takes time to really get to know someone. It doesn't happen overnight. So you definitely want to take your time. Like I remember I tried the Facebook dating app and I'm still on there. I'm not active, but it's like I just like whenever you get time because you meet people that are just weird. And you're trying to be very careful. But I do background checks. People don't know that. So I do it, and I would recommend you doing a background check, especially with these new dating apps. But yeah, rushing is number one. Number two is they come in with all these demands and they don't even know you. They haven't earned the right to even come up with half the things they come up with. And I can't say like I had a fourth thing, but I don't know how YouTube would respond to me really saying what I want to say. But um, yeah, it's they either have a different relationship and they're just trying to come to you. They're not ready. They're not prepared. They do have issues of their own that are unresolved. Like I had a guy come in and all he talked about was his mother. And it's like, you have to decipher, is that a mother or a girlfriend that's been long standing or a wife that he's just trying to cover up? Now, when I did the background check, the wife didn't come up on that, on the background check. So I would say do them background checks, the phone numbers, use the phone numbers, and you can go on some of these sites. You could find out a lot about people in regards to making sure they're safe and making sure they're prepared and make sure they're not playing with you right off the top, unless that's your thing. So yeah, I just wanted to show my face. This was impromptu. I did not come on with the script. I didn't come on with anything, but it has been a while. I have been traveling a lot, so that has been my excuse. I love what I do. But yeah, if you're dating, just watch out for that. Somebody trying to move too fast, trying to make you feel guilty because you're requesting that they slow down and it's not your pace, it's not your thing. I automatically let people know if you're looking for something casual. That's not my style. So you just have to let people know right off the front because some people are looking for something that's more casual. And if that's not your brand, just let them know right off the top and it'll eliminate people that are just not for you. And then you have those that come in, same thing. That's been an old time method where they're trying to do the games of, oh, let me call and wait to do the response. And let me try like a week, just let them go. Especially when you're young, it's a different game. The older you get, it's not worth it. It's just like, okay, eliminate that person and then you just move on to the next. And then date more than one person. Don't put all your eggs in one. I mean, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Make sure you're dating around to really get to know different people. Just so it's not a waste of your time. Sometimes it's a waste if you're doing one at a time. Like, oh, let me see if this person's the one. And then let me see if this person. Nope, don't do that. Date multiple people at one time and let them know what your standards are. If you like casual, that's your thing. If you don't like casual, that's not your thing, and just let them know. Like, I don't move that quickly. You need to move on to somebody else that's more up your speed. But in this house, I have standards. You have to let them know what your standards are right up front. And the number one thing, though, is you need to be listening. Listen, listen, and listen. People tell you a lot when you just sit there and you listen. You can actually learn their character right off the top by just listening, keeping your mouth shut and listening. So yeah, so ladies, if that's what you're looking for, far as trying to figure out what are the signs, far as what you want to avoid when you're first meeting someone and they're not that serious, is definitely rushing. Rushing is the number one thing. Rushing to try to put they disgusting lips on you or stuff like that. Now, if you're casual, then obviously that won't bother you. But for people that are looking for something more substantial, they move slower, because they're trying to make sure you're a good fit. They're not trying to rush, and you got to remember lust sometimes is the first thing that a man will see. And it's up to you to slow that down. And if they can't handle you slowing that down, saying, oh, we just met. You don't know me and I don't know you. You're a complete stranger. This is just an app. If it bothers them, just let them go. Okay, that was a short version. I hope that helped. I am a big love bug and I believe in love, but I believe you have to do it right and, make it work for you. If the person's not for you, they will let you know because they won't be able to deal with your standards. If they're unhealed, they won't be able to meet you where you are at. If they are in a relationship pretending to be single, they won't be able to be available the way you need them to. So that's how you can kind of really know real fast. And like I said, don't waste your time because time is a precious, most precious thing that God has given us is your time. So if somebody's trying to move too fast and they're not the one, do not sit up there and try to figure anything out. Anybody that tries to make you try to figure out, oh, look, let me see if I could text right now or call right now, then I'm gonna go back tomorrow. All those little silly games. When you're in your 40s, it is not working. It's for real people who's done the healing, who's learned in their younger years, like, hey, this is just not for me. They already know the game. So I would just say, be true to yourself because if you don't protect yourself, nobody else will. The people coming at you as ladies, they're not coming after you really thinking about your wants, needs, and desires. Most of the time, it's lust first, and then they have to get to know who you are to really see if they can value you. And some people are just not prepared to value you because of how they were raised or if they have unhealed wounds that they're still coping with or dealing with. And some people are just in there for the game. Like they have a relationship already, they're trying to look for something else and they're not disclosing that. Or they might have be in a place in their relationship where they're having issues and they're just trying to see what else is out there. So they're not even serious coming into it. And they're not even in the proper position to be able to offer you anything. And then you have some people where they're dedicated to the opinions of others. That's another sign. Every time, oh, my mom said this, my cousin said this, my brother said this, they're just not ready. Some people are immature. They could be older. They could have a great career, but they could still be stuck. You know, they could just still be stuck where they're driven by other people's opinions of how they should run their own lives. And I'm not a big fan of that. I believe you're independent. You need to figure out what you want for yourself. And then your support team needs to be able to, give you good advice on whether or not your perspective is fair and balanced. But most people don't do that. They just say, most people are actually selfish when they give their opinions, if you really think about it, because it's always from their perspective. Hello, Sunil and Lipe Gamer. Hi, how are you guys? It's been a while. Definitely. I appreciate you for being here. I'm surprised anybody's on here. It's been months. I actually got on here because I saw from YouTube. Oh, you're from Brazil, Lipe Gamer. Hi. Well, thank you. Let me see. Okay, it went away. I'm sorry. I'm not used to doing lives, but just once again, welcome. I'm in America. So it's fun to see you guys on here. I might get on here more often. Like I said, I didn't come with anything scripted, so I do apologize for that. I don't like to really do scripted because it makes it feel like it's not authentic. But technically, in training, you're supposed to, public speaking training, you're supposed to come right, have something to talk about, have a guided presentation. But that's not my thing. I don't have enough time to sit there that long. But I will tell you this, just once again, if they're right for you, if they can take their time with you, and if they're willing to respect that boundary of taking their time. If they're rushing, if during the conversation you see they are driven by other people's opinions on a consistent basis where they live and thrive off of how other people tell them to run their lives, then that person's probably not ready to engage in a relationship. What else? I mentioned that several times. Thriving off of other people's opinions. People who really don't know you and they're willing to misjudge you and then guide them into misjudging you as well. So I would just say that's not your person. Somebody that clearly has signs that they're in a relationship where they're flaky, that's an old school method, is the flakiness, or where they're really not investing any emotion, time, or energy into you at all. That's another telltale sign, Let me see what else. Giving you everything that I think I can think of in this moment. But yeah, it's number one is rushing, But lust allows you to rush, so be careful with that too, Yeah, you both might think each other's attractive, but you have to be able to temper yourself and take your time and make sure they are a good fit, and make sure you have similar beliefs in the foundation that you think might make a relationship work and work well. I'm a big believer of being single until you find what you're looking for versus going through people, because you're missing the opportunity to meet the right one if you keep occupying your time with the wrong people. So you want the right person to meet you and you want to shine. Like I've met more quality people being on my own and shining on my own because you could see that, they could see your happiness, your genuine happiness, but you're going to attract people that are at your level, and then people who are not ready and who are not at your level. You're going to attract a little bit of everything. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get on here. It's been a couple of months. Well, actually, almost a year. So I will be on here more often. I'll try to post maybe a couple of times a week and just talk about like random topics until I could get back in my little studio upstairs. But I travel so much now, so life has really changed for the better. But I mean, I really would love to be in the studio with you guys where I could try to do something more organized. But in the moment, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for you being in Brazil. I saw you in Brazil, and I'm so grateful. I'm happy that you're here. Thank you. And I will be back. And again, this is Brandy from Creative Perspectives. And I look forward to talking to you again. And if you're a male, I would say the same advice. Women rush. Women have a tendency. I see it all the time in the flight industry where, a pilot has money and then flight attendants, they don't make as much. So they're trying to land them a pilot, so to speak. So they're beg, borrowing, stealing, doing whatever it takes to get them. So, I mean, not all the time. That's just like a few. So I don't think the whole industry is crazy like that. But yeah, you'll see some characters out there. So it's the same thing, rushing, not really getting to know who you are, not asking you the right questions, meaning questions that will allow them to get to know your inner thoughts, or your what you like, what you don't like, what you're looking for. But it goes deeper than just a shallow. It's not shallow. You could tell the difference with surface level questions versus people that are really genuinely trying to get to know who you are to make sure you're a good fit for them. So yeah, I've had some weird experiences. So I was like, oh my God. I had this one guy, I was like, you gotta be careful who you give your number to, because people expose who they are. It's just kind of weird. That's another time. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to talk about certain things. So I have to get back up on their community standards to see if I can share certain things, because I can't wait, boy. It's been fun and weird. Yeah, I've met some really cool people. But I would just say, be good to yourself. I'm about putting God first in everything I do. And then going with your intuition. If the person don't feel right, 9 chances out of 10, they are not right for you. They can be right for somebody else, but just not for you. All right. And if it's too complicated, or if it's too much work in the beginning, it's not for you. Okay. Bye. Outside of distance, something like that is not considered hard work. That's just annoying to be living far from another person. But hard work means like if they're playing too many games on the phone, or if they're trying to do the hot and cold game, or if they're when you first meet them, they're trying to make plans and then they break them real quick and then they come up with all these excuses. Just let them go. It's not worth it. Those are people that are playing. All right, they're trying to play with your time and your energy and try to devalue you in the process without a thought. So those are ones. Let go and let flow, honey. Have fun being single. Bye.